good. And then we have a chat there, and we have a chat over here. That looks good. Okay, I'm just going to share my live out. I usually do this every time here. What a treat tonight we have Wes Fineday joining us on the live tonight. There we go. Big yoga. Share that out on Facebook. Ooh. There we go. And I'll just double check real quick. I did test this earlier, but I will double check that we're not getting any double echoes or anything really quick. Christina says, my auntie said you're a good guy to learn Cree from. Tell your auntie I said thanks. How do you say I will see you again in Cree? Gawapamitin. Let me pull up a document here. I got Zoom going and a bunch of other stuff, so my computer's going pretty slow tonight. Docs. Oh, it's always the wrong one. Wow, is that ever slow? Get into my right. I might not be able to share my screen at the same time. Let me just stop that sharing. I think that's what the problem is. Oh yeah, that's definitely better. So, let me get to the bottom of this document here and I'll show you. We'll spell it out. There's actually Gawapamitin, or you can say, you generally won't hear it this way, but Gika wa, of course that long A won't show up for me. Let's borrow one here. Bum itin, Gigawapamtin, which is literally I will see you, okay? But the way that I hear it, and this is just something that happens whenever you have this particular prefix, kega, in this context, I don't hear the ge. So this is the way I hear this is gawapamtin, which is literally, which is just I will see you. I will see you. Mina, yeah, you could say that. Mina gawapamtin. Or some people will just say Gita Mina.
The proper pronunciation for that word would be Kawapamitin.
Gawapamitin, yeah. Yep.
And not Kawapamitin. It's like you could say, if you wanted to say finally, you could shorten it to Peask.
Yeah.
P-E-E-S-K, but the actual pronunciation is P-I-P and then I-S-K. P-isk.
P-isk, yeah.
Finally, yeah.
Yeah.
So there's those types of things to be on the lookout for, eh?
Yeah.
I mean, it's so easy to and convenient to kind of chip away at the language. To allow it to grow. But to do it in a way that it was given. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We just get some comments coming in on TikTok here. So we're being joined by Wes Fineday tonight. What a treat. Somebody says, holy, he just popped out of nowhere. I think you were out of frame there for a minute. So Is there a, how would you say if you somebody's asking Queen Bee's asking how do you say I miss you? How would you say I miss you in Cree?
Kipikiskatetin.
Kipigskatin.
Pikiskatetin. Not the pikskatetin. Pikis.
Yes.
Kipikiskatetin. And then you can add the degrees. Kipikiskatetin upsi.
Ah.
Or
Yes.
kipikiskatetin mistahe.
Okay.
So pronunciation is a lot of the stuff that's being blown away.
Yeah.
You know, in our contact with a different language that has totally different sound systems.
Yeah.
And they want us to accommodate them and change our language to suit them so they can understand us.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
That accommodation has to be both ways. I made a point of learning their language so I could beat them about the head and shoulders with their inconsistencies, you see.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think they should have the, they should have the responsibility to do the same with mine.
Yeah. Yeah. Seinapan says in Thunderchild they say gigaskimitin. Gigaskimitin.
That's another form. Kipikiskatitin would be, I would say, a less formal. Kikaskimitin is an older form of the word, of the meaning. That kikaskimitin would be the old form. It's evolved to kipikiskatitin. Yeah.
Interesting. We're going to fire up. I see the comments are just coming in here on the chat. I'm just trying to get caught up. Sorry if I missed your comment. Tessa asked about an app. Oh, Itwewana. Yeah, that's the one. Itwewan is our dictionary out of the U of A, Tessa. And the nice thing about this dictionary, Wes, I apologize. I was trying to share my screen with you, but it was crashing my computer. So Wes, you can't see what I'm seeing, but I'll just ask you to play along.
Oh yeah.
The nice thing about this dictionary is that you can see the different, what they call conjugations, but the thing about is, depending on who's talking, we say the word a little bit different, right? If I, kigaskemtin, I miss you. I, nigaske mao, I miss that one. Kigaske min, you miss me. And so, with this...
Email by itself.
Yeah, that one misses someone. So the nice thing about the Itwewana is that they break some of these down and you can go find them there. I miss you. There was two different ones, either that kipigiskatin or kegaskemitin. I'll write these out here. Those are, and again, these are regional variations of the same word, or as Wes was saying, that second one's a little bit older form. And for I love you, we would say, the way I would hear this is kisagitin. But I've also heard people say kisuwimtin, I think I've heard people say too.
Which would be a different meaning.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like blessing me.
Something like that.
Yeah. Or kisitoskatin.
Sitoskatin.
Kisagihitin.
Yeah. I'm going to play some audio, Wes, and I'll just double check. Can you let me know? This is from one story, so I'll just play this here. Can you let me know that you're hearing this okay?
Kitehtam. Namoyay sino kagi papea gotom.
Does that come through for you?
Yeah, I can hear that.
Perfect.
Kitehtam namoyay sino taka papeakot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is exciting. If you're just joining us tonight, we're joined live from Saskatoon, the one, the only. Wes Fineday is blessing us with his zooming in from Saskatoon tonight. So we'll get started here. We're about, I want to say we're about halfway through this story. Wes, this was the very first story that we recorded together on that very first visit to Sweetgrass. That would have been August, I think. August or early September, one or the other. Late August, I think it was, eh?
Yeah.
And I keep telling everybody that this story, I was so nervous going into this one because I didn't have as much language as I do now. And still, some of these stories I listen to, and I'm still picking up pieces, obviously. But usually, what I do is we're about 16 minutes into this story, so we'll go back about a minute, and we'll just play through, and then we'll pick up where we left off and start the transcription. So if you're just tuning in, this is pretty exciting. Feel free to let us know where you're tuned in from. We've got a handful of people from TikTok and some folks on Facebook. Let us know where you're watching from tonight. All right, let's listen in here.
Kiitehtam. Namoyai sino gagipapea gotom. Mistahigaktimakso.
I see a typo right there. I'm just going to fix it right now.
Kiitehtam. Namoyai sino gagipapea gotom. Mistahigaktimakso.
Yeah.
Namoyao ya hayawa sigagawichigot. Eksawa te pskaupi simuistagi peito teo. Kutaka home ui natoma, ai sino. Maga no sepsisit.
That a wawi and not, is that to prepare them or something?
To form.
Ah. Oh, formed. Oh, I see. Yeah, I know. Okay, I know exactly where this story is going.
It's like the potters, eh?
Yeah.
They form things.
Yeah. Well, we ain't not. It's actually almost, yeah, it's similar to prepare, isn't it? Wawita or something like that. Yeah. Okay.
Ego isquewit. Kikap nani swap so chigug. Kikap moto asimsijik. Eksute tapskut esota mahtigute nigan isko. Kikap maisip matsijik.
That one word you said exote tapskuts sutta. That's the one.
They were promised. They were given an opportunity to move into the future through their children. And that's why we say memory is so critically important, because all the memories of your ancestors are contained within your physical being, whether it be in the hair, in the bones, in the blood, in the brain, but those memories are there.
Ah. Wow. Yeah. Let me, and we're coming up on the next. I'm just going to take some of that down. They were promised a future. I'm just going to take some of that down while we're here.
Through their bloodline, I guess you could say.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. And then the next one, I'm pretty sure.
We nato hisko minagagi puta tamoato he atako.
They blew that spirit in, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He fashioned a woman, then she blew a soul into her.
Yeah.
Hugo Jimstahe Kap Tatepe Mat Kap Misio Wako Mata Tipscaupi Simo Hisko.
What would the Tepeya Mat mean in this context?
To be, Tepe Mat, I mean, there's a degree of control.
Like
so the moon has an impact on the females, eh?
So is it like a connection almost?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
She is connected at a very visceral level because she is connected through the water, which is the blood. And water is a conveyor for emotions.
Yeah.
And so that moon every 30 or every 28 days, I mean, there is a whole range of emotions that occur. And actually, I was just talking to my helper Walter, and he was talking about the moon and how he had looked at it, and this is what it told him. I mean, sometime you gotta interview that guy about the moon.
he's what's the word? He's hard to catch up to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Puhiskua spineuno maman kaitame. We pam nako at pskaupis. Miko.
Governed by the moon.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. All right, so that's where we're caught up. There's a whole flurry of comments coming through here, so just bear with me if I'm not catching up to your comments. There's we got a whole bunch of comments on TikTok and a whole bunch on Facebook, so I'll do my best to catch up.
Do I have to apologize?
No, you're fine. You're fine.
You're not putting me in my place.
We've got some folks. We've got some folks from Sweetgrass here tonight. Well, aside from Wes, even. Yeah. Oh, Mia Sin. Yeah, there's gonna be. So sorry if I miss your comments. There's just a lot flowing in. So we'll just keep going though. So we have Wes here, so we want to make good use of the time tonight. I'll just grab a chunk here and we'll start transcribing because we're caught up to where we want to be here.
Ego nanatok.
So bear with me, Wes, while I type this out. Ego nanatok.
Ikap maisi wawepak.
Ega.
Ka ego nanato ka tem isi wawepak.
Kap misi.
The different conditions that we are going, many different conditions or situations, and that could be in reference to the environment. Different conditions, I will say.
What's the root of that? Is that related to Weipan, like the weather, or Wawepak?
Wawepak is how things are progressing. It's about evolving or evolution.
Okay, I'll go find that one later. Wes.
Because, I mean, these are very specialized words. And like I say, one different sound creates a totally different meaning. Wawe kap misi wawe pak, or kap misi wawe pahak. The way he was sweeping or curling.
Yeah, curling.
Kap misi wawe pak.
Oh, you're gonna bring up too much drama. We got to keep the drama out of this one. Yeah.
Kap misi wawe pak. How things are evolving.
How things are evolving.
And when I think about that, it's primarily in relation to the environment and the so-called natural disasters. But stop me before I get. I don't want to go into too deep an explanation.
You take it anywhere you want to go here. We'll just work around you for sure. Let me grab the next little piece here.
Mihtet kikskehta makkajas.
Kikskehta mak.
Mihtet, there were many who understood long ago, or who knew long ago. Kikskehta mak. Knew.
Next chunk.
Maski hiwahti kwa meton kisapon stuhtamak kisapok skehtamak.
Medicinal plants were thoroughly understood.
I'm going to I can type out the English faster than let me just I'll grab that one more time, or just bear with me here.
Askihiwahtikwa miton gisapon stuhtamok gisapok skehtamok.
Sapon stohtamok thoroughly understood. Sapok skehtam thoroughly knew.
Sapog skehtamok. I think I got those right. Yeah. Good. Next chunk.
Kispinako so ne pasigumaga kasay gikskehtagon.
Pasagumaga, is that what you said?
Illness was going to arise, it was already known.
Ah. See, this is almost like cheating, because we have the speaker here to give us all of the, not even the hints, it's all just the answers. If sickness was going to rise, it was already known. Let me just grab the language one more time.
Kispinako so ne pasigumaga kasay gikskehtagon.
Say gigasketagwan.
Yes.
That's an interesting word.
It was known or it was understood.
Let me just
Yeah.
Gisketag was known about. Interesting. Thank you for all the comments. I apologize I can't get to them all. There's quite a few coming in really fast, so I'm just not gonna try. If I did miss something that you're trying to get through, just keep drop it in there again, and I'll do my best. But we'll just keep going here and try and make good use of.
Were we just busy?
Yeah, we'll make good use of Wes's time here. Okay, let me just grab a little bit more here.
Kigwai taguguma. Uchepi.
Kigwai
Tako.
Uma.
Uchepi. Whatever there exists. Roots. Uchepi.
Oh, we've got the Sainapan says we've got that echo happening. Okay, I'll see if I can fix that real quick. I thought we had this worked out before, but is there just a double sound when we're playing the oh, it's good now. If I play, hold on, I'll just open up my TikTok. This is the easiest way to fix this. Bear with me, Wes, here. Having all of these parts wired together, there's always a sound issue happening somewhere. So let me just give me 2 minutes.
You have a little antenna on your head there.
I know, it's to keep me connected.
A tin foil.
Okay, I'll just play some audio here. Okay, so that seems to be fine. Let me just back up.
Eikö nana tohk? Ekap maisiwa wepa.
Okay, it seems like it's fine to me. So if that comes up again, let me know and I can try and reset the audio or something. But it did sound like it was doing okay. Yeah, Neil says it sounds good on Facebook, so I think we're good. Yeah, okay, perfect. So I think we were here. Ote Peak is like the roots you said?
Yeah.
That's interesting. Yeah, that's interesting. Okay, next chunk.
Ahpu. Kigwai ka o pigimaga kuma.
If
And
something was...
the things that grow.
That's good. I think that's everything in that piece.
Kigoi takuguma. Ochepi. Apu. Kigoi kao pigima kuma.
Ga, opagimagak. Good. All right, next chunk.
Kikap mayapata. Kikap nanatauska gotaisino.
Mayapatak.
Kikapim ayapatak, to be used. Kikapim ayapatak.
Ah. Can that be... Oh, okay. So in that context, to be used, like it is used, but that word can mean it's like it's also useful, right? In the right context.
Emiopatak
Okay.
would make it mean useful.
A miwapatak. Okay. Yeah.
Emiopatak.
Ah.
Or emayapatak would be to be used in negative purposes. Get that distinction.
We've got someone tuning in from New Zealand, watching from New Zealand, originally from Flying Dust First Nation, Treaty 6.
Oh, there you go.
Miasin, Cheryl. I'm glad you tuned in tonight. That's amazing.
From New Zealand.
In New Zealand, but from Treaty 6, she
Oh.
says.
Oh, yeah. Ah.
Yeah. Let me grab the rest of that frame there.
Kikap mayapata.
Sino
Kikap
naganita
nanatau.
mamai hui chigo gai sinok.
Uh-huh. Say it again.
Ikutihman ka mamai hui stato chigo gai sinok. When they make faces at each other, eh?
Oh, I see.
On my hair, man, gai
Oh, I see. Huh. Yeah, interesting. You know what's great about this actually is I'm going to get to go back and watch the recording and be able to pick up all of those phrases that I miss, because it's a lot of times I don't want to ask when I'm talking with somebody who's fluent. I don't always want to be like, can you repeat that? Can you repeat that? That's got to get tiring after a while. But I've got you on camera now, so I get to go back and watch. My wife likes the cup I'm sporting tonight. Yeah. Yeah. So let me just grab the rest of this one here.
Kikap mayapata. Kikap nanatauska gotaisino.
To be used. Kikapim ayapatak.
What was the second one?
Kikapim ayapatak.
Kikap mayapata. Kikap nanatauska gotaisino.
Kikapim nanatauska gotaisino. To heal a person. To be used to heal a person.
I see a new. Nanatoska. Can you
Nanatauska go.
Can you say nanatosko?
In certain circumstances, I suppose that would be appropriate.
Ah. Okay. Can't always find the word right away, but that's fine. I'll just mark it and we'll come back to it later. All right, next chunk here.
Yeah, look under, if you look under healing in
Okay.
English. I mean, that would be kind of a rough equivalent, lead you in the direction of nanatawihuwin is healing.
Ah.
In nanatauskagot, it refers to someone who has in the process of being healed, you see. Or who has been healed with those roots. In nanatauskagot.
Nanatoska. Well, I found nanatowihuin.
Which is, what does it say there?
Well, healing, remedy, healing medicine, curing ceremony, something like that. Or
But in reference to a person, kikananatauskagot. So it's directly, it will heal a human.
Let me grab that really
Kikap
quick.
maya.
It's going to be like this. Oh, there it showed up. Haha. I was just spelling it wrong, so let's see what that says. The root of that, nanatauskawel. Here, for the definition, they say that one has a healing effect on someone. I guess, yeah, something like that. Okay, next chunk here.
Kikap mayapata,
Oh,
kikap
wrong.
na nato.
Not that one, this one.
Tante hiu chimag.
Oh, getting ahead of myself. Jiskwa.
Mina, kispin,
Gispin.
tante hiu chimaga. Tante he pagamskagoin.
Oh, Chimagak.
Where did it originate and where did it affect you?
What was that last word? Iskagoyan?
Ipakamskakoyen. From Pakama. Where did it hit you?
Tante he pagamskagoin.
Dante Pagamskagoyan.
So which
Interesting.
part of your body? Or if not your body, then your mind or your soul or your emotion. Where is the imbalance?
Interesting. Ah, Dancy Dorothy.
Oh,
Oh yeah, we got a house full tonight. There's it seems that you're drawing quite the crowd. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Chimagak, that's fine. I was gonna try and find this Pagamskagoil. Can you say that? Pagamskagoil.
Tante he pagamskakot. Tante he pagamskakot. Where did it affect him? Where did it hit him?
Yeah.
Ako sa winoma.
Mm.
You know, and people knew there was a wind because there was a spirit that was walking through the sky. Nia oma wind. Egipimituet. I am illness. Itahwapamiego. Whenever you see me, leave the waterways. Sagak. Nitawayak pitama. Ite muy tahmetune mam hisigite mystikwak maga te piak nahigo. But I mean, that's another story. These are spirit stories.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Nanatuk.
Yeah, Miyasan. I think we have that one. Actually, let me just try this next little piece and see what's in there.
Ako soin. Kispin miti bih.
All right, we'll grab that key spin part for the next frame. Tiskwa.
Kispin.
Yeah, let's do that.
Kispin miti bih.
Miti big.
In the brain?
Oh. Huh. Okay.
Which could also be referencing the mind, the mental. But, I mean, you'd have to see it in the context.
Yeah. Just fighting with spell checker, don't mind me.
Apo miawe.
Or the body.
Oh, yeah.
Apo kita chakom.
Okay.
Or your spirit.
Or your soul.
Kita chakom kispin.
And we'll start on that next chunk. So I'm just breaking down piece by piece slowly here. Let's grab that in the next one. This whole piece here.
Kita chakom kispin. Wanatahot.
A wanatahot. If it's like lost.
Yeah, or or knocked off balance
Hmm.
and therefore lost. Iwanataho.
And therefore lost. Huh.
You know, sometimes people get into car accidents and their body dies, but their soul stays at that place.
Hmm.
Let's see. Iwanataho.
Hmm.
And they are stuck there. Just as an example.
Interesting. Yeah, okay.
Ewan mamsta he. Ka ay mako ba. Kika na nataw ita.
And that is very difficult to heal.
I'm just going to go back that one frame.
He
Sorry, I just wanted to answer that translation. If the spirit gets, how did you say that? Knocked off balance?
Mm-hmm.
And therefore misplaced, I think you said.
Potentially lost.
Essentially lost.
Potentially lost, yeah, because, you know, that's why we say self-discipline is such a critical component of the experience of human development, because if you are prone to being surprised or shocked or ashamed or embarrassed or any of these things that your mind can learn to control.
Hmm.
If you have not yet developed that self-discipline to control these emotional things, then they can do incredibly great damage to the point where your soul could leave your body. And to find your soul, we would have to send the spirits after, because they're the ones that can track a soul through creation.
Hmm.
They're the ones that can bring it back. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, we're right in the middle of that story, aren't we? Yeah. I'm just going to refresh really quick because I see my time's coming up on those credentials. That looks good. Let me grab that next frame again.
ewan mamsta he. Ka ay mako ba. Kika na nataw ita.
Kiga na na tawita. It's very difficult to heal, I think you said, right?
Yes, yeah. Incredibly difficult to heal.
I think that's. Let me just grab that last word.
Kika na nataw ita.
I think it's like that. Yeah. Patricia, thanks for tuning in. Jolene. Jessica from Musquecheese.
Is that a buffalo?
I don't. I'm not sure. Jessica Saddleback
Oh, okay.
on Facebook, and then Nimis Chris is here. Nugo Sit. Hope I'm saying that. James Bay Cree. I can understand you guys. They're saying. Randy, Darren, Morgan. Morgan's asking, where can you hear the full story? Give me 1 second here, and I'll pull up the. If you're coming to this from my TikTok, if you go to my bio and click on the link in my bio, link tree there, and you can see this link at the top. This project is called Sweetgrass Stories: A 21st Century Perspective, and Wes, who was gracious enough to join us tonight, I think, Wes, we have almost 30 hours of stories so far in the language. I've just put up a couple more, so I've got, if we click through on that link on the YouTube, we've got, I think, about, well, how many's there? 16, 15 stories, I think, so far on YouTube. We're nearing the end of the first week. I just about have the first week completed. I have 2 or 3 more to get the first week done. So over the next maybe 2 months, we'll get the rest of those on on YouTube, and you can go and listen to them. And this story we're working on tonight is called Atimun Peyak. It's actually, I didn't know what to call it because there's actually a few stories in there, but it's right down at the bottom, Atimun Peyak, it's right there. And you can go in and listen to the whole story there. And we were transcribing this a couple of weeks ago, and Wes was on Facebook and said, well, I'd better be there. Y'all seem to be struggling with some of these words. You better rope me in. So we're just super excited to have you here tonight. Yeah, let's grab a little bit more here. Next little chunk. Oh, I need to reload. Thought I'd fix that. All right.
Namoi mi che tai sino kai tagot. Kagi nata na kagi mata hato he achahwa.
There are not many humans who have the ability to track a spirit, a soul.
That have the ability to track one?
Yeah. You'd have to have the capacity to spiritually travel.
I'm just gonna do. I'll play it back again just so I can get the rest of the Cree.
Namoi mi che tai sino kai tagot.
There are not many humans.
Nata na kagi mata hato he achahwa.
Mahtahat, is that the part that's like to track?
Yeah. To look at the track and follow.
Interesting. Very interesting.
Kagi nata na kagi mata hato he acha.
Kagi matahat.
Atahat.
Yeah. And the last word was, I think, just atak.
To he achahwa.
Oh, he atakwa.
The soul.
No long A on that one. Yeah, I'm just going to listen to that one more time and make sure I didn't miss anything.
Namoi mi che tai sino kai tagot. Kagi nata na kagi mata hato he achahwa.
Miasin.
E te he maita moitoma mina kape wai no tahat. A tai o gan e u kuta toskiu. E te he maita moitoma mina kape.
To follow where it flees, where it has fled.
It has fled.
E te he maita moitoma.
E bim.
Aitamoyit.
Where it has fled.
Aitamoyit.
Aitamoyit. Yeah, that makes sense. Aitamoyit.
E te he maita moitoma mina kape wai no tahat.
Mina hikapewain tahat, and also to return them.
Wainotahat. That's a neat word too. Wainotahat, like bring them back, I guess, eh?
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Bring them back to their bodies.
What was that last bit there?
A tai o gan e u kuta toskiu.
Ah. Ilgo that.
The spirit. This is the work of the spirit. To go in search of lost souls. That's why it is so critically important to go and fast and meditate and to prepare yourself to try to make yourself worthy to be contacted by the spirit powers, because there may come a time in your life when you are asked to help someone who is suffering in that condition, and you require the help of spirits. You can, as a human, you cannot battle spirits. See, so you need powerful spirit helpers to do your battling for you. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, T-Love, this is Nihiu in Plains Cree dialect. Specifically, this would be from the Saskatchewan region, Treaty 6. Oh, thanks for the link. Somebody just posted the link to the story on YouTube there. There you go. You can go listen to the whole version if you like. All right, let's grab the next chunk here.
And that is why we seek the help of the
Seek the help.
Yeah. We rely on the help of the spirits.
Ah.
I rely on. Mamsito tatan. You see.
I think you said ilgoche. A mamsi to Doayakok. Is that what you said?
Yes, I believe.
Let's listen to it one more time. Mana ka
Mamsito tawaya uke atayo kana.
Well, I almost spelled it right. Gapim.
Mamesi.
Just gonna go look that up in the Mamsito Toaya Cook. Rely on someone, depend, place spiritual hope in someone, trust someone. Interesting. I hear that a lot. It's interesting how, I guess I'll say this out loud for anybody who's on the live, or anybody who's watching this. If you're learning, I'll tell you a quick little story. I won't tell you the story how we met because that would take a long time. But when I first started working on and recording these stories in August, and then we've done 4 weeks worth of recordings, almost 30 hours worth of language. And what I want to say to anybody who feels like they're stuck or they're struggling in their language right now, listen as much as you can, even if I know it's hard listening to something and not understand what's being said, but if you are listening enough, it's like a song. You know how you get a song stuck in your head? Or I think about my kids, like my little one will come up and she'll ask, like, what does sophisticated mean? Right? She doesn't know what the word means really, but she's heard it enough times to be able to say it out loud. She's got the word sophisticated stuck in her mind. If you can get to the place where you've got Cree words stuck in your mind and you don't know what they mean, in my experience, in my opinion, you're listening enough, because now you can go and ask and you will remember that word, right? It's already in there. Now you just need to link it to the meanings and things. So I just wanted to say that out loud, because this word here for me, mamsito toaya kok. It's right. It's like that one's just starting to stick for me, and that's a really big Cree word.
Mamsito tawaya kok.
Yeah.
And it's important too, because, for instance, in those ancient stories, Nam, who was the son of Strike Him on the Back, his grandchildren told a story about him walking around the yard singing something, and he seemed to be saying, Anika chika, Anika chika, and they were wondering, what's that old man trying to say? And his son told him, oh, he heard a song, and the words were, Annie, get your gun. And so he's been singing that, Anika chika, Anika chika. So language learning is There's
Yeah.
an exercise in both directions.
Yeah. Yeah. That's right. All right. Let's do a little more here.
Nanato kisik maso ay sino we maskikia te kisi mini si chigona.
Nanatok. Many things ki isikisketam. Many things he knew. Many things were known. But it's a collective statement. Yeah, inclusive statement.
Yeah.
Okay, play it again and let's see.
Nanato kisik maso ay sino we maskikia te kisi mini si chigona.
Nanatok ki isikiskeitamaso ay sino maskihkia in medicines and isihtikewina ceremonies.
Ite say like towards that end, maybe?
Medicine, yeah, towards in the direction of medicines and ceremonies. Many things were known.
Let me get, okay, so, nanatok. One more time.
Nanato kisik maso
Giske Damaso. I see you. I'm pretty sure you said.
ay sino we maskikia te
We Muskikia.
Towards medicine.
Boy, it took me and Neil a long time. We were working on one story, and you kept saying, "Mio no kite kese, mio no kite kese." We're like, what? Like we think we know what that means, but we couldn't find it for the longest time. Well, there's 3 words in there: mio no ite ke ese. It took us a long time to figure that out. Yeah, let me just. I think you said Mina Isitsugeo, and I'll just listen to it one more time.
Nanato kisik maso ay sino we maskikia te kisi mini si chigona.
Mina Isitsugeo na. Isitsugeo na. Okay, we got that one.
And isihtikewin would refer in this context to ceremonies, although isihtikewin also can be referenced to refer to treaties. Understanding?
Ah, interesting. Jeremy, I see your Jeremiah. Sorry, Jeremiah says I'm going to highlight this comment because I think the comment is cool. This is cool as F, Jeremiah says. Did he create the software? This is my software. This is my project. It's called Keanu Transcribe. We have a handful of projects that are designed for Indigenous language revitalization. Definitely reach out, and if we can, I mean, you can use it right now for your language, but also, I hope I'm saying this right, Kiowa. If there are linguists or folks working on that have a spell checker or something available, we can integrate it. So when you see these letters the words are turning blue, that's because we're integrating a spell checker from one of the local universities. And then we can actually go back in and search through the database for Plains Cree for different words and different variations of those words based on, for instance, where we found them in various transcriptions. So it's a learner tool designed specifically for Indigenous language revitalization. We have a couple other projects coming out right away also, but yeah, definitely reach out over TikTok and we can connect and figure out how to get you started with it. Yeah. Thanks for the comment. Yeah, and you never know. The thing about it's hard to say if somebody's working on it. You never know if somebody random from some university somewhere just happens to be working on, or maybe this is the catalyst to get somebody started on it. You never know. So next question was, is this going to be public knowledge? Only curious because the only thing, yeah. So We have strict data access protocols around, so everything is private by default. If you upload something in here, it's encrypted, it's secure, it's private, it's not shared with anyone. You have to turn the sharing settings on, but even still, then people have to actually log in to access the data. There's no public access to transcriptions in the system. And that's by design. And we also monitor, on the database side, we monitor access so we can keep an eye on, if something looks like there's a lot of repeated access and somebody's scraping. As soon as you go access the database, it says, hey, you are not allowed to use this for AI. You're not allowed to scrape this. This is only for language learning. And then if we see that somebody's having repeated access and it looks like they're scraping, then we just lock them out. So we've designed this with, OCAP or digital sovereignty. We've still got some stuff to do, but we've got a pretty good foundation for that, and it's designed for your data privacy. So, yeah, definitely reach out if you're interested, and we can connect and go from there. Let's do a little bit more here. We're blessed with having Wes with us tonight, so I don't want to. I try and balance between grabbing your comments and making good use of Wes's time while he's here tonight. So.
Maga namoy mtone sa apo.
Oh, let me grab a little bit more of that one. There's more to that. Moy mitone sa apo.
Namoy mtone sa apo. Kasapon sto tame higay pahke te keise.
Kasapon sto tame. Something won't truly be understood. Would you put it that way?
Be understood, but partially.
Was that at the end?
Kasapon sto tame higay pahke te keise.
I keep forgetting that.
Kasapon sto tame higay
Kigwe pahke.
Pahke te keise.
In the direction of partially, you could say. But again, need more context to see which interpretation would apply.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we'll go a little bit more and then fill in the blanks here. Let me grab the next piece.
Magi ki spin ata ka porque mo se hona ke wana tau ko e ko he ko po kana ta moto tahtawa atayo kan.
So if your soul or your emotions have been knocked out of balance, then it is necessary to seek the help of spirits.
Yeah. All right, now let me get the Cree part.
Magi ki spin ata ka
Maga egua. Spin attack.
porque mo se hona.
Porque se hona. Oh, I gotta do my puzzle. Just go. TikTok will kick me off if I don't do my little puzzle. Yeah, it's a whole. I feel like I'm in the cockpit of a space shuttle here, trying to run all of this stuff. I guess so. Gemuse huana. Your emotions.
Kip wana tau ko.
Kipim wana tau koin.
Are caused, are knocked off balance. It's the actual kind. If you become imbalanced spiritually or emotionally, is the
Disrupted, could you say that?
yeah, you could say that. You and that yeah. Yeah, that actually would work in that context. You're getting to be a wise guy there.
The dictionary gets credit for that. So, what was that last piece there?
Ekta heikwa puku kanata moto tahtawa atayokan.
Egota
Ikanata mototaht atayokan. It is then ekota ekwa, and it is then. Okay, let's hear that again.
Yeah.
Kip wanatauhkon. Ekta heikwa puku kanata moto tahtawa atayokan.
Ekta ekwa puko ekwa. Ikanata mototaht. Ekwa puko ikanata mototaht. And puko could also be said piko. It's a creation thing.
Yeah.
The way that's said. And again, historically and contemporarily, those are one of the things.
Natamoto tat, like go after it, right?
Natamotota, to seek the assistance of.
Oh, I see. Ah. Okay, I think it's actually. Natamoto tat. Yeah, that makes sense. H. Yep. That ke wana tau go in. That one again. That was disrupted or knocked off balance. You said.
Yeah, but
Okay.
disrupted.
I was just making notes on that one because I see it's not in the dictionary.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just listen to that whole thing one more time and make sure we didn't miss anything. Jeremiah says, what website is he using? Is it free or does it require membership? The transcription website you can find here. It's called kiano.net. It is free to use. If you go there, you can find our projects. Jeremy, go ahead and take a screenshot of that. Hopefully that's showing up okay. Oh, yeah, it is too. Okay, good. Yeah. And yeah, all of our projects are free. Neil says, kanatamoto tat.
Kanata mototaht.
Ah.
Kanata mototaht. To seek the help or, of something. Atayo, kanata mototaht. To seek spiritual assistance.
Interesting. I'll flag that one. It doesn't show up either. To seek the... Okay. Good catch, Neil. I had the wrong word there. All right, let's do a little more. All right. If you're just tuning in, we are working on Nehioiwan Plains Cree dialect. Some stories that we recorded with Wes. We've got Wes with us tonight. We're just working through this story. Tsimwin Peyak. You can find these if you're on YouTube or Facebook. Sorry, TikTok or Facebook. Click on my bio. You can find the link to the YouTube channel there. Sweetgrass Stories, a 21st century perspective. And we've got about several hours worth of stories posted up there already. This one is Atsimun Peyak, which is actually multiple stories. Next little bit here.
O sam ki spines sikutuwi hikawin.
Because if you are startled, Osam in yan.
Here's the next bit.
Asko nihta oivita ha. Kita takum miawe kote.
Asko, sometimes, iwayawita, it can get knocked out of your body.
Your spirit?
Yeah, here.
Okay. Excellent. Chicken Ball says some similar enunciations to Mohawk, which I would think so. Another Algonquian language, right? Same language family? Yeah. All right, let me go pick up the Cree now.
O sam ki spines sikutuwi hikawin.
Sisikutsuwihikowian.
Yeah, if you are startled.
Sisikutsuwihikowian.
Or some, because if you are startled.
Yeah, yeah. I'm always happy when the spell checker says I spelled it right.
Asko nihta oivita ha.
Neat.
Sometimes it can get knocked out.
Waiawita, wow.
Yeah.
That's a neat word. Waiawita, wow. It can get knocked out.
Or as removed from you rather than being knocked unconscious.
Mm. Yep. Makes
But if
sense.
you are startled and if your soul has a weak connection to your body at the time that you're startled or you're scared or your body begins to loosen or your soul begins to loosen its grip on the body in case something happens where it becomes terrified and it has to leave.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Randy says, I wonder if Wes knows some history on, is that Niganit? Did I say that right?
Niganit.
Is that a community or is that, I don't know what, I'm not familiar with that.
By Maple Creek.
Ah.
I go there and visit Gordon Oaks. Kayas.
Yeah, there you go. Randy says, yep. Yeah. My Musum, Randy says.
Ah. Yeah, I used to go and visit. I used to stay at Gordon's on my way to visit Mahikanawasis in Rocky Boy, who was in his 90s when I was, that must have been 30 years ago, 40 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah.
Laura's tuning in from Saddle Lake Cree Nation.
Ah.
Yeah, miasin. Let me grab this last word here.
Kita takum miawe kote.
Kita atsakum miowikote, I think you said.
So
From your body.
From the body.
Yeah. Awesome. All right. Next chunk. So we got a bit of a late start, but Wes, if it's okay with you, we'll go for about 20 more minutes.
Yeah.
Tonight, and then next time, if we can get you back again, we'll get going a little bit earlier. It's late for me here too, but we'll do a bit more.
Where are you anyway?
I'm in Edmonton this week.
Oh yeah.
I know it's hard. I know it's hard to keep track. Yeah.
Yeah. That way.
Let's do a little bit more here. Laura says, late Alphonse Delver was my Muslim. Think Wesley may know him.
Awina.
Alphonse Delver?
From?
Where was he? Where was Alphonse from, Laura? Saddle Lake as well, or? Usually takes a minute for the comments to get, or the it's about a 5-second delay, I think. So Saddle Lake, yeah, she says Alphonse Delver from Saddle Lake.
Mm.
All right. Let's do a little more here.
Egua kispinega yo tahatsahkeat.
Egua ki spin.
Egua kispinega yo tahatsahkeat.
Egay uta.
Yeah.
Atsak ehayat, I think you said. And if there's no spirit there.
Here. Yeah, there's the difference between spirit and soul, eh?
Oh, how would Dansipito so hit spirit egua soul?
Well, in your head, they're always trying to they're having a conversation. There is a duality. One is your how to explain it in Cree? How? Yeah.
We can come back. We can come back to it too if you want to go through it now, or we can always come back to that. But it's
I'll think about that.
Yeah, because it's something that always comes up sometimes, and I've wondered about over our visits over the last while. Sometimes you'll use the term spirit, yeah, and sometimes you use the word soul, and I'm always wondering, well, how are those? Do you mean the same thing, or are they actually different?
They're different.
Okay.
They're so different, but they're part of the same. You see, Achak comes from another timeline, another dimension. When your mother gets pregnant and begins to develop a body, that is your physical home being created through the portal of a woman. And that portal is available to other spiritual dimensions, and there is a place from where these souls are sent to connect to the body being prepared for them. And when you are born, we say that is the moment at which, when the soul and the body connect, that is where the physical and the spiritual are made whole. You see. And they begin to communicate with each other, and that is that conversation in the mind. The quiet one is your spirit. The other one is your own soul, or you could say your ego. Your ego always is louder than your soul. You have to develop the self-discipline to try to contain your ego from constantly responding and reacting, and but to learn to sit still, and that is when the voice of your soul will start to become audible to you.
Wow.
Not only your own soul, but other souls.
Wow. Danse Shaylin's here. Randy said, Niganita, south of Maple Creek, we're the only band of Cree here, he says. Laura, I thought Atach meant star. Atach. They're very similar. Yeah, Atachos.
Yeah.
Are those related, though? Those two words?
I mean, you know, Atachos is a star, but it has a light and light has a certain resonance and frequency, and then those resonances and frequencies are encoded information, so that when we say "Pahpawepinamaunan," sprinkle us with light, because that light brings knowledge, that light brings understanding, that light brings healing. You see, I don't know why I got off on that.
Aha. That's okay. The tangents are more than welcome. Let me grab a little bit more of this. If you're just tuning in, you can find the link to this story on the bio, my profile link in bio. Let me grab another little chunk here.
E kwa kispine ga yo taha tsahke ya. Hawina magekuta.
Awina maga egota.
And if there is no soul here, then who is there?
There is no soul. And who is there?
Then who is there?
Mm.
And that relates to, the when someone is startled, their soul leaves the body or afraid. Well, there are always detached spirits and souls wandering around looking for some place to inhabit. They find an empty body, they may enter it. And it may not only be one, it may be many. So you have a person developing 10 personalities because there are 10 different entities in that body, none of which are their own, because theirs got scared out of that place and vacated it and let all these other souls who don't belong there move in. And at that point, that's where you require an incredibly powerful connection to the spirit world, so that your helpers can come and battle these ones. And in order, first you have to send one of them out to go in search of the one that was been lost, to follow that trail and to bring them back, and they will announce when they are just about back here, so that all of these other ones will get evicted. And the last one to be evicted has to meet at the entrance of the doorway, the portal to the body. The timing has to be exact, where the last one leaving, then the original one, that's the point at which they return. See?
Yeah.
This is all very choreographed.
Yeah. Wow. Randy, we try to do this every Sunday night at the same time. Occasionally, I'll miss a week if traveling or something, but Sunday nights usually 6 o'clock Mountain, usually. Somewhere around there. Let's do a little bit more. We've still got about 10 minutes here.
Na moi ki koe na mauiak. E kwa he mi che chiko ke. Ki koe yak.
One more time.
Na moi ki koe na mauiak. E kwa he mi che chiko ke.
And there are many. E kwa he mi che te chiku ke. There are many.
Okay, let me grab a little bit more of that to see where this is going.
Ki koe yak. Ka papam as chikman.
That are blown about.
Sorry, say that again?
Apapamasichik, that are blown by the wind. Whether that wind be a physical earth wind or a spiritual wind. When he came to me, he said that atoskewin ka ki miet ma mo tawi mau. Speak ka kyo ki koi ka ki ma chipayik. kaki ke kikapapamasian pokite misiwe kikapapamasian. I shall forever blow in all of throughout all of creation, for that was the work that Creator gave me to do when all things were created. Ispiki siguhka gistawemaka after that great explosion in the heavens. And that's part of our original creation story. Yutin was the first soul to become visible. And that's the one that comes and validates and affirms these things that I teach.
Laura says, "Hi for sharing your knowledge and wisdom." I'm pretty sure that comment's for you, though.
No, she must have meant you.
We'll split it. Let me listen to this chunk one more time. Both, she says, yeah. Let me listen to this chunk one more time and just make sure I didn't miss anything.
Na moi ki koe na mauiak. E koe hei mi che chiko ke. Ki koe yak.
There are many
Ka
things
papa as chikman.
that are blown about.
You know, this is quite remarkable to, the other thing that's really, hey, Craig, Mananto, Kimaga. The thing that's remarkable about this is to be able to transcribe this with the original speaker is really quite amazing. To get your own interpretation of your story in both languages is quite remarkable. And what a blessing. Let's do a little bit more. Randy says, "You're doing an amazing job." I think that one's for you too, Wes. Yeah. Let me
start flipping coins. This one's yours.
Matsachik mainam magana. Matsachik mainam magana moi kehtina isim yustik.
But who are not positive. There are many entities that are alive but not necessarily positive.
There are many entities that are alive but not necessarily positive. I think that's what you said.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let me get the Cree now.
Matsachik.
Ipamatsik. Bimatisik.
Matsachik mainam magana moi kehtina isim yustik.
Maga Namoy. Gatesana.
Very good.
Amiostic, is that what you said? Gatesana.
Kehtina is certain.
But there's no guarantee that they're positive or.
Namoy kehtina mystic. There is. It's not the statement that they are positive.
Yeah. Not in fact, Marie says.
Guarantee that they are positive.
Yeah, no guarantee. Makes sense.
Going around, traveling about without bodies.
Ego matoan chinan to isimam siho chik ego ho maya.
Ego maton inanet to mamsik. If they brought this upon themselves in some way. You see, hut to bring something to yourself, usually negative. That's a positive, bringing something to yourself. Hut, because of negative behavior, you attract negativity to yourself.
Mm.
And that's the statement is matonchi nanto egi semisihot. Did they make a misstep and bring this misfortune upon themselves, basically?
Misstep and bring misfortune. I just need that last word. 1 sec.
Ego maton chinan to gisimam siho chike ego homaya.
Egise. What's that word?
Misihot. Misihot
Miseho.
is problematic situations, not to be confused with misihill, which refers to a turkey.
Ah.
But misihu, they brought that upon themselves, and usually in reference to a negative situation.
Mm.
See someone walking around on crutches, often that's he brought that I mean, doing activities that draw negativity to you, and then you suffer the repercussions.
Wow. Yeah. Very cool. Let's do one more here.
Mo chipak ni chik chesko kika pe o wai ni chik maga egi papam ne pe maya chik ma.
They were not yet allowed to return, but they were waiting, nearby waiting.
They were not yet allowed to return, but they were waiting nearby, you'd say? Something like that.
About that is the negative ones do not require an invitation. They'll do a B&E and just enter. Where for the ones who work for Creator, you have to invite them in. You have to ask them. They cannot intrude, because one of the first laws of Creator when he created humans was that he gave us free will. And free will requires discernment so that you have a clearer understanding of the choices that the pool from where you can draw to make knowledgeable and wise choices. And the pool, I mean spiritual knowledge, intellectual knowledge, experiential knowledge, and stories. If that makes any sense.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Let me get the Cree on that one. Tiskwa.
Mo chipak ni chik chesko.
Ote
Pakitini.
Bagetini Tik Tiskwa.
Kika pe o wai ni chik maga.
To return. Return.
Mo chipak ni chik chesko kika pe o wai ni chik maga egi papam ne pe maya chik ma.
Maga egi papam ne pe mayat.
Papam ne pe mayat.
Mayat. They were waiting, ready and waiting.
Can you say it one more time?
Ne pe mayatik.
Pe mayat. Waiting, eh? I've never heard that word before. Ne pe my.
Ita man ne we meet ito ni man na ne kapawin. Food to be served, always stand and waiting.
Huh. Just searching through to see. I can always do this later too, but sometimes it's nice to be able to find the words. For me, sometimes being able to find them, and this is totally a crutch for me. If I could see the word, it locks it into my mind for some reason. Nehbe Maya. Nehbe Maya.
Nehbe Mayao.
Nehbe Maya. I wonder if you can say that as a Nehbe.
That word by itself would mean someone is ready.
Ah.
Something or someone is ready and waiting. Nehbe Mayao.
Nehbe Maya. Interesting.
Yeah.
I'm going to put it like this for now. See, that's how one of those, that's interesting because that's a really good example of how you can take a bunch of little Cree words and put them all together and make a great big giant word out of it. There's this other word that you use, I think it was in one of the prayers, it's something like Ekakwe mino squegape haya kok or something like that. It's like a whole bunch of little parts that make this gigantic word. That's the one. It's like a $10 word for you right there. Oh, Mias. And we're going to, you know what, we're an hour and a half in, and but we got a late start, so I think we're going to leave it there tonight. We got a lot done. I think we did about 3.5 minutes of transcribing, but you know what, Wes, this was phenomenal to get the deeper interpretation and the connection of some of those words and whatnot. And what a crowd we have tonight.
Which, like everything that you learn, the first impression is always superficial. And if you linger, then you can begin to explore more in depth.
Mm.
And look at things from many different perspectives. That's where discernment is incredibly important, to see the different possibilities. And then from that stems your responsibility to make decisions that are in line with the laws of Creator.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That makes sense. We'll take maybe 2 minutes at the end here. If you haven't already, let us know where you're tuning in from tonight. We've got lots of thank yous and I'm just getting caught up on some of the comments. Wisage Jack says, that's how language is. You put a couple of words together, several to make one. All the pieces make a great big word. Randy says, say that 10 times in a row, he says. Laura asks, may I ask what does, I don't know if I can pronounce this, Laura. Niakanagachak. I don't know what that means. Randy, you're both amazing. I'm thankful and happy. Randy, I hope you'll be back next week. I hope we can have, we'll tune Wes in too whenever, I hope we can have you back again. Nimosho, this has been great. ATC tuning in from Edmonton, originally from Thunderchild. Gaptigonak. Randy's from Niganitz, Saskatchewan. Ovid from Poundmaker. Hey, great to have you here, Ovid. Ovid Thomas tonight. Yeah. And then Musquachis Ayamita Witaskoin. And Yeah, great to have everybody. So we're going to wrap things up there tonight. Apologies for the late start. We were just dialing everything up so we could get Wes on with us over Zoom tonight, and I think that worked okay. So,
getting my computer turned on.
yeah, we got that figured out. So, yeah, we missed the stream last week because I was in Sweetgrass on a computer delivery mission. So we got that figured out, and yeah, it was worth it. So thank you again, everybody, for tuning in. We're going to drop the stream there tonight. I hope you'll tune in on Sunday. Next Sunday, we'll get fired up a little bit earlier next week. So hope to see you then. Everybody have a great night. Okay, mio tipskansik. Now I got to push all the buttons to shut everything off here. Let me see, OBS.